Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I open up all my shows this way because I think it's super cool, again, that we all can come together at the same time and at the same place, regardless of the time zone or where we are physically located. So for those of you that are joining in, be sure to put Team Live, hashtag Team Live. And if you're joining in on the replay, definitely let us know by hashtag Team Replay. But the goal is for us to just acknowledge that you're here. So I appreciate you being out there. If you're not, that's okay too, because this is my way to hold myself accountable. So this week, I want to talk a little bit more about the journey of healing. I shared, I think it was last week, it might have been the week before, but nonetheless, I shared my last episode was really around the journey of healing. And what I realized last week was that there was still more journey to be had. I know that once we embark on this journey of healing, once you get past some of the big things, then small things are still going to creep up. I don't really actually know what those small things were, but this morning I actually was super emotional, and I don't actually know why, but I was emotional nonetheless. And I realized it was something still that I was blocking. I mean, I feel emotional now for some reason, but it's something that I'm blocking that is preventing me from getting some of the things that I need to get accomplished. And I'm not quite sure what they are, but nonetheless, it is part of this journey of healing that I have to continue to execute on, right? Because I want to be the best version of myself. I want to be present and in the moment for my family and for myself and my clients and anyone else that I engage with. So I do think it's so super important for the journey itself. Now, why did I embark even, or why? I shared why I embarked. I didn't share a whole lot of information because I don't want to get to the nitty gritty today. I still don't know what it is that is causing me to block or to be blocked. I'm not quite sure if it's something within my own personal self. So how am I it doesn't really matter, I guess, but how am I navigating this? Well, first off, I took some time last week. I was kind of in burnout, right? And I shared that part of the reason I was in burnout was because I'd gotten this comment on a post that I thought was, it kind of made me not sad at the moment. It actually didn't affect me. It was later, and it was a combination of various different things. And I thought, what the heck am I doing here on LinkedIn? How much time am I spending here? Why am I doing it? For what, right? The result is, what is the value that I'm getting, or anyone else for that matter? And so what I decided was that I just had to be vulnerable. I just had to be myself. I just had to show up as my authentic self, no matter what, and put aside whether or not, I agree with everyone's comments. This particular individual, I didn't know who he was from Adam, so did it really matter? No. And so I needed to remember that I have a lot of great opportunities, great conversations, great group of friends that I have all been through LinkedIn doing what I'm doing. Heck, I got the LinkedIn Top Voice Blue badge, right? That was huge. And so I've got to remember that. So I think that part of this block has to do, I'm sure, a little with, where I am versus where I would like to be and how I'm getting there. I don't really know. But how am I going to navigate it so that I can do it effectively? I think for me, it's going to continue to do things like this, to continue to talk about it and show up. So, and it's also going to be journaling and being intentional and really writing down what I'm trying to accomplish and evaluating every day whether I'm moving towards that. I'm not sure why I'm emotional. Anyway, that's going to be my goal, and as I continue down this week. So as I've been kind of absent the past few, or actually in the month of July, I've been on and off. And so most of it has been because I've been busy, but I've also been in this place where I've been struggling a little, but I'm also asking for help from other people. So I'm super excited to be working with someone who's going to help me. This is the struggle I've had for years now, or at least since 2022 was when I started down this journey of healing. Well, the fall of 2021 was my awakening that I really needed to do something. In 2022, I really started down this path. But anyway, I'm super excited to be here on Mondays at 11:30. I guess the whole point of this is I've been kind of putting myself out here, which I have wanted to execute on this ability to. Okay, I don't love video. I know it seems like I do because I post a lot of videos and I do a lot of shows like this, but I don't love video, unfortunately. And there's a reason for that, which is part of the reason I started down this journey of healing. And that's because I have, so now I'm really going to get vulnerable. I have this scarring on my face that I have created. So you can't see it right now because I'm not up close and personal, but I see it. And sometimes people will say that they've never even noticed it until I point it out. I see it all the time and it bothers me a lot. So when I see it, it reminds me of the struggles that I've been through, right? And so I didn't want to. I knew that picking, it was caused by self-mutilation or picking, and I knew that picking, and I have another big scar, which is the whole reason why I have long hair now versus short hair. So I self-mutilated, picked, and I didn't want to be a bad example for my children. So that was one of the reasons why I realized it was so important. It was hurting my relationship with my husband, and it was also setting a poor example for my children. And I realized I needed to do something different. And that was really there's a multitude of things, but that really in itself was what sparked this journey of healing. So I navigated it by seeking help and trying different things, putting practices into place. And while I'm on the other side of that journey, I still have moments where things will pop up. And that's what this week has been for me. So it's not just the journey, it's my life, everything. I've wanted to be able to do something with that information. I'm excited about what the outcome could be. And so the only way that I knew how to extract this data was to put myself in front of video. And creating a video that I just post was a bit more difficult for me because when I'm just generating a 2-minute video, it takes me sometimes 30 minutes to 45 minutes to get it done. And if I spent 10 to 15 minutes doing a video like this, could take me upwards to an hour and a half. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to avoid that. So putting myself out here live means that I'm kind of forced to just be audible ready and execute the way it is. And then I'm going to take that data and I'm going to put it into the AI tool and allow it to transcribe it. And then I'm going to leverage that output for, I don't know yet exactly, but we'll see, right? And I don't know how I don't know what I'm going to leverage it for and really what part of all of this data I want to use. But we'll see. That's the point of this. So I'm showing up on Mondays at 11:30 Central Standard Time, which is Houston, Texas time. And the goal is to really have LinkedIn, or those of you who listen, whether on Team Live or Team Replay, really be the ones that hold me accountable. Even if no one shows up, the goal is to just put myself out here on a regular basis so that I can do something with this data. So this week I shared with you a little bit more about my journey of healing. One of the main reasons why I started down that endeavor, like the cause, and and it's an extension of the conversation that I had last week in my last episode where I talked about my journey of healing. Thus far, I've really talked about kind of a little bit about me, and maybe not even much about me, but I have talked about kind of why I started down this entrepreneurial path and the launch of my Success with AI. I think I talked a little bit about my Celevators program, although I'll share that in a later date as well. I've also talked a little bit about my experience as it relates to 30 plus years in sales. And then I kind of started down this journey of healing. Next week, I'm going to talk a little bit about my first, or why sales, and why I even started in sales and so many years ago and what prompted that. So it'll be a little bit of a lighter note. But as it relates, I guess, to the journey of healing, even if I don't have many who are watching, the goal is or I hope not only to extract the data for myself, transcribe it and do something with it if it has anything to do with journey of healing or not. But the other is if I can help impact someone positively in some way or another, or maybe show them that, it is a journey and we all have our different types of those journeys, and that, someone else is experiencing it. So it can be done successfully. Even when we get on the other side, there's always going to be moments, and how do we navigate those? There are lots of different things that I hope someone could take out of this session. But nonetheless, we are past the 10-minute mark. So I want to just give everyone an opportunity to most certainly ask any questions that you feel that you want to ask in the comments below. I will respond to them. In the meantime, I'll be back next week where I'll talk a little bit more about why I even started in sales. If you want to go back and see the other episodes, please feel free to do that. I am excited to be here, and I hope that you found this specific topic important, or at least valuable. And I'm wishing everyone a great start to your week. It is Monday. I am back and really focused on getting back into a routine. School starts the month of August. So, life is grand. We've done our vacations, and, I had some time off in July, and looking forward to being back and in full force again, starting this month in August. So hoping everyone has a great day. I've been talking too much, going on and on. So I'm wishing everyone the best week possible, and leave me any comments that you'd like, or DM me. Talk to you guys soon.